Hello friends, welcome back. So in the last session we have created of a RabitMQ consumer, or you can say RabitMQ listener, and we have created our consumer application using SpirngBoot framework. So in this one what we did, we just created our consumer application and we published our message using this dashboard only. So in this session we will create our producer also, and we will see how we can create our producer, how we can publish the message. We will see that flow. Okay, so first let's create the producer application. Okay, so we will use Spring Starter to create our producer application, same as how we created consumer application. So yeah, the project build tool you can select as a Maven, language Java, the latest Spring Boot version you can select here. Group ID you can take as Tech Hub. Artifact that you can take as a producer. Instead, now previously that was consumer, that was consuming the message. Now we have to publish the message, so we need a producer. Some description. Okay, so the producer of RabitMQ server. Okay, fine. No, sorry, no need to save. Okay, then just select type as a var, similar to the previous one, and language you can Java version you can select as a 17. Dependency, only the two dependency, web and AMQP, web and AMQP, RabitMQ. That's it. So generate this one, and you can extract this one, and you can delete this producer.zip file. It's not required because producer is here. Now we have to, you just close it. We have to import that project here. So in your download, go to producer, select this one. This time it will quickly load, because the dependencies and all are already downloaded. You no need to download separately. And you can see this in the Spring Boot dashboard, it came here automatically. Okay, so first what we will do, you just observe the pom.xml again, and you delete the test related dependency, not required currently. Okay, so open the pom.xml and just expand this one. So this is the version, this is the parent, unwanted you can delete it. This is the fine, this is the property dependencies. So this is the AMQP dependency that is required. This is a web related dependency. This is a Tomcat related dependency. This is a starter boot starter dependency, starter test dependency, and RabitMQ. If you want to do the unit testing, so you need to add that RabitMQ related test libraries. Okay, simple. That's it. AMQP web, just close it. And now you need to delete the test package also. So delete the test package, then simply you need to create the configuration similar to the consumer, so that configuration if you have to create, you can directly go to first before to this configuration you just update the property dot application dot properties file, because we need to specify the application port, otherwise default port it will take as 8080, but there is a chance as 8080 is already taken by some other server. So in that case we need to give our port number. So what is the port that we are giving here? 5000. Copy and just give this. That's it. So RabitMQ property, this is the local host, the host, port, username and password. These 4 properties we need to specify. That's it. Now you need to create here RabitMQ configuration. So and that should be marked with @configuration. Other configuration is similar to what we have done in the, because the same we have to use. We have to use. So we can copy the consumer configuration, whatever, because why we are copying this configuration, because the same exchange name, queue name and binding, same exchange, same queues and the same binding we are using. So that's why just simply we can copy paste. You can simply copy paste this configuration. Simply I am just copy and paste it. That's it. The configuration is ready. Now the configuration is ready. Now we need to create producer. So how we will produce? So first I will create a REST controller. Using that REST controller I will send the data and I will do. So I'm just giving my controller, controll here, my controller. That's it. Okay, you should create one package. In the package you should give controller, controller. Okay, so in this controller you need to give this my controller. You just copy and paste. Simple. Okay, in this controller you can mark with @REST controller, @REST controller, and you can define one post URL. In that URL, in request body you can send you can send exchange name and binding key. You can do in this way. So this configuration is okay. We have done this one, and service, producer service we need to create one. So I am giving producer service. First I am creating a producer service. So let's see how we can create a producer service. Oh sorry, I think we have created this controller in consumer, but we have to create in our producer. Sorry, simply just new package dot controller and just copy and paste it here, and just delete this controller, because the controller is not required in consumer. Consumer is consuming. This job is to consume the message. Producer has to have controller, because through the controller we are sending the data. Okay, but before to that producer service we are creating, we need a service. That service has to call from controller. So create a package called service, and under the service just create a new class name producer service, and in producer service just simply you need to add this one, producer service. Okay, that's it. This is your producer service. Auto add you can do, and Rabbit template you need to use, Rabbit template. And this Rabbit template exchange name, what is the name of exchange? What is the name of exchange? The name of exchange is available under my RabitMQ config, my RabitMQ config dot exchange name. It's available. So just what we are doing here, message and routing key name, routing key name, routing key name, routing key, simply routing key. First give here routing key. Second variable is a routing key. Third variable is the message. Message you can give of any type. This can be a type of string or any other user defined object. We will do this later. We will convert this to some user defined data type. That's it. Now someone has to call this message. Rabbit template, using this Rabbit template we are sending Rabbit template dot convert and send. It is converting that message to a specific format whatever we are specifying, and it is sending to which? Sending to Rabbit template. Rabbit template is representing to that broker, message broker. It is sending to that message broker. Okay, and we are specifying routing key. What should be the routing key? To which routing key it has to send? We have to tell. Here just simply we are printing our message. For to be more convenient, simply you can print something like this. Not this one. Sorry. That's it. So someone has to call, and this is a service. So you mark with @service annotation. Now this has to be called from the controller. This has to be called from the controller. So let's copy that code, because instead of writing and doing, okay, we will do one thing. We will not do in this way. Anyway, just copy this much. We will define only one that is a post mapping. We will define only the post mapping. Instead of creating 2 2 3 3, with one only we will try to do. PRODUC, just give produce, and not a get mapping. In that case it should be a post. It should be a post mapping. Okay. Path variable I think will not be required, or else you do one thing. Okay, path variable message, that is okay, and another path variable you can take, that is routing key, the message and routing key. You just send here. In that case, this can be get mapping also, which is a fine. Get mapping also, this is fine. No need to have any post mapping in that case. Routing key and message. First should be the message, second should be the routing key, or else if you want to give the vice versa, you can give here produce this one and this one. Simple. First should be your message, this is your message, then second should be your routing key. Simple. And this routing key just you need to supply here, and simply you are returning the message or routing key, whatever you want to return, or you want to return both, you can return both. This one plus, like that you can do, plus routing key. Simply just whatever I am getting, I am just returning. You no need to print here, no need to print here also. That's it. Now this data, this message will be published to which one? Send message, or else you can use here other method name relevant, publish message, whatever the convenient message name you want to write, you can use. That is up to your choice only. That's it. Now simply you just run both producer and consumer. Consumer first I am running and producer also I am running. Run both. And start producer also. Better you place this boot dashboard at right side. Okay. So start producer also. Okay, now producer application is also up, and it is listening on port number 5000. So how will you publish the message? Simply local host 5000 produce. Let me see the controller name. Yeah, produce. After that one you have to send a message. Message is hello world. Then key, which key? My dot key. So when I press enter, it will call to which API it will call. This will call to this controller API, and by passing the message and routing key I am passing my key. And if you observe my key is routed to my queue for this exchange. So it should print in this console. If you observe, I will clear this console first. Both console I need to clear, even consumer and producer. So first it should print in producer. It should print what it should print. If you go to your producer service, it should print this line, then message, then key, then it should send. And inside consumer side, what we are doing, we are just printing our message. If you see the service consumer, okay, so here are 3 consumers in this one class. 3 consumers we have defined. So which one will call, which key we are passing? It depends which key we are passing. Will call that one only. So my key is mapped with my queue, and this is the listener of my queue, first one. It should print this one here. So let's test this one now. I'm just pressing enter and it is returning the response, but the message is not printing. Why? Let me see, what something is missing. It should print message also. If you see the console, if you see the message, okay, message equal to we are giving some, we are missing something. Okay, no issue, it should be plus, then it should print a message also. Okay, fine. Simply just save this one, and we need to restart this producer, that we will see the next time. So now here if you open your producer first, so in your producer, in producer, first it is printing hello world, this is the message, then printing key, my key. After that one, it is attempting to connect. Let me make this bigger, this console. So first it is printing this line, equal, that is whatever you see here, this line in your producer, equal, then printing message hello world, then it is printing routing key. After that one, what we are doing, we are convert and send, we are calling convert and send method of Rabbit template. Rabbit template is what? Rabbit template is created using this configuration, where host, port, username and password is this one. So Rabbit template is connected to RabitMQ server. There it is sending to which exchange? This exchange name is my exchange. And what is the routing key? This is our routing key, whatever the routing key we are passing from while calling this message, routing key. This routing key we are passing from the URL. Okay, so after that one, when we are sending, when we are calling convert and send, it is attempting to connect. Our producer is attempting to connect to RabitMQ server, then created a new connection. After connecting successfully, it is creating a connection. This is that connection, and it is sending. And if you see the consumer side, so consumer side, my queue and the message hello world we are able to consume. One thing, just I am shutting down the producer and I am running producer again, because we have updated something in the my controller. It should print message and routing key also here. Here it should print message and first message and then equal to routing key it should print. It was not happening previously. That's why I am restarted. Okay, so clear this console and clear this console. Try once again, refresh this. Yeah, hello world, my key. And if you see, the same procedure is happening here. First it is printing hello world message, then routing key, then it is attempting to connect to RabitMQ server, then it is connection is created and it is sending the message. And in consumer side, the same queue, in the same queue it's listening. What happen if I change the routing key to another one, key 2? This is another routing key, message is okay, but routing key is different. In that case, it will listen to my Q2. Here it is okay. If you see, routing key is my Q2. My key 2 is the routing key. So for this, if you are using this routing key, the Q is my Q2. Okay. Similar for 3, you can check. dot 3. So this key is my key 3, and it is my key. Sorry, I think some problem is there in consumer side. We have not properly mapped my queue. Only it is listening, but it should listen my q3. Is it listening to my q3, or we are just printing wrongly? Okay, I think we are printing wrong. Listening is okay, we are listening at correct exact queue only, but printing that we are printing incorrect. Okay, that's it. So simply just make a down and run it again. Okay, yeah, now clear this console and clear this also. Test once again. So 3, it should print q3 here. So q3 and hello world. And if you use key 2, so it will listen to key 2. You can see here q2, my q2. And if it is a my key, then it will give key 3. Suppose you given have a wrong routing key, like this routing key is not there, my key dot hello, it's not there. So what will happen? Will it print here? It is printing from producer side only. Consumer side it's not there. Why? If you clear this again from the consumer side and producer side also, you clear it and refresh this one, so you see only producer side it is printing, it is executing this statement only, but while convert and sending it's failed, because this key, this routing key is not binded with any of the queue, so it is not sending. If you see consumer, nothing is there. Okay, so in this way we can create producer and consumer. Currently if you see this producer, this exchange type is direct exchange. The exchange type, if you see, this is a direct exchange. Direct exchange means, what is the meaning of direct exchange? If you revise the first session, in that one we have written some definition about the direct exchange. See, what is direct exchange? It routes message to a queue by matching routing key. So the routing key whatever we are passing, it is matching. This routing key is binded with which queue, so the message will be flow to that queue only. The message will be sent to the particular queue that for that queue what is the routing key is used to bind. But in case of fan out exchange, what will happen? In fan out exchange? In fan out exchange, the message will be routed to all the queue. There is a no binding routing key. Routing key itself is not there. In that case, there is no routing key, so the message will go to all the queue. So in the next session we will see the fan out exchange lab, how we can use the fan out exchange. Okay, so if you like our session, so please do like, and if you have any doubt regarding this topic or previous topic, then you can write your queries in the comment section. And please do your financial support, that is a humble request to you, so that we also will be able to provide you the best content. Okay, so I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel also, so that whenever we will start new courses, you will also get the notification and you can learn that one. So thank you and have a nice day.